Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Okay, so it's all unboxed. The batteries are on charge, the controller is on charge. I've gone for, I don't know if I've said this, I've gone for, well, you've seen the DJI Mini 4 Pro. It's their latest small drone, and I have to say, I mean, this doesn't have the battery in at the moment, it's charging, but it feels like a kid's toy. It doesn't feel like €1,000+ drone, but that's of course because of the laws, the legislation. This comes in at 249 grams, under 250 grams, which means there's far less restrictions on where and when you can fly it. Sorry, fly it, and a fly lands on me. You couldn't write this stuff. So anyway, everything's on charge. I'm going to get on YouTube and watch some videos. I'm going to read the tiny little quick start guide, but I think it's all pretty self-explanatory. But obviously there will be a lot more features. I'm not saying a lot more features, but the layout, I do believe, looking at what I've seen online so far in terms of how the controller works and where the functions and the settings are, is different to what I'm used to with my Mavic Pro Platinum. And I have to say, when you put the two side by side, I'm not getting the Mavic out because it's broken. There's no point. You've seen that. You know, you can, the build quality, I'm not saying that this one isn't good build quality, of course it is, it's DJI, but the Mavic Pro, you know, it just feels solid, it feels robust, even though I broke it. Although it did fall, I don't know, at least 50 feet out of the sky when I hit the tree. So yeah, I mean, you know, this is the best of the best, the creme de la creme, but yeah, it just, you know, it just, it feels like a 20 quid Toys R Us kind of drone that you take out, you know, your kid plays with it for a couple of weeks, gets bored of it, and it goes in the cupboard. So yeah, I'm struggling to come to grips with the, what am I trying to say? The plastic is plasticky. Feels like a bloody Kinder egg. Anyway, I will shut up, I'll do some research, and then tomorrow, I guess now, we will have a little play and a test flight. So let's get it all charged up, and let's hope for a sunny day. I'll make sure there's no trees so I don't hit anything, and we'll give this little new drone its first flight. Exciting. Oh, the big day, the big day, the big morning. So I spent yesterday afternoon setting up the drone, making sure all the settings were, you know, similar to what I guess I'm used to, but of course my Mavic was much bigger and heavier than this little Mini 4 Pro. So I'm just going to do some basic flying. I'm in this field by the side of a football pitch. There's no obstacles to hit. Well, there are obstacles to hit, but I'm not going to be flying the drone that far, just to get used to, you know, obviously the controls on the control sticks, you know, how the gimbal operates, the feedback from the drone to the controller, the speed that it does or doesn't fly and react, because I have a feeling it's going to be considerably different with this small, much lighter drone than what it was with the Mavic Pro. So wish me luck. Let's give it a go.
Take off. Home point updated.
Good morning. Woo! It's a chilly one, hat and gloves on, but I mean it's beautiful. I'd much rather beautiful blue sky and a crisp frosty morning than dull, cloudy, windy, raining. This is lovely. You know, the fact you've got to keep yourself warm and, you know, snuggle up in your clothes. Yeah, loving life here in Western Spain. We left Caceres yesterday and we didn't get very far because when we was visiting the town, I went to a dog park just to let Koa, you know, have a bit of a run, and he met a couple of dogs. I got chatting to the owners and they said that I should visit here. Now I'm going to put the name on the screen. I'm not going to attempt to pronounce it. But this is another site. This is the second site we've visited, obviously on this road trip. That was a venue for GOT, Game of Thrones. They did some filming here for, I believe, season 4 and season 6 or 7, not 100% sure. A couple of the battles took place, but it's their plains just outside Caceres, obviously, and it's granite rock formations which are just spectacular. So I'm going to try and get some drone footage for you as well. But there's lakes, there's reservoirs, there's loads of livestock. So Koa is on his lead. I didn't film, well, no, I didn't film it. I didn't have the camera with me. Yesterday, I gave him a bath, a shower. I cleaned him. He was all nice and soft and fluffy. And then we got here yesterday afternoon. And within 10 minutes of going out for a walk, he came out the bushes and he was green. He had found the freshest, wettest cowpat possible and covered himself. It was disgusting. He stank. And I was like, how the hell am I going to clean you? So obviously the answer was the reservoir. I got some sticks and chucked a few in. There's someone else up nice and early for a walk over there. Got lots of sticks, chucked them in, he got one, came out, chucked one in, went in, got it, came out, and he went backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards, and that motion and that, you know, as he was jumping in, that was enough to clean him up, thankfully. He's maybe a little bit smelly, but he is pretty clean again now. Anyway, we're going to continue this early morning walk, and probably say hello to this gentleman coming towards us. Koa is, anyway. Right, I'm going to put you down. We will speak soon. seriously, the roads in this part of Spain are terrible. We're driving pretty slow along a dual carriageway just because you're having to dodge all the potholes. I mean, it's been like this for probably 30 kilometers. They are absolutely terrible roads. I mean, how they get away with it, I do not know. Anyway, that said, where are we? We're in Andalusia. I think I've already told you that. We're southern Spain, obviously. But we're on our way to Portugal. Obviously, I never done it when I was in northern Spain. Sorry, mamma mia. When I was in northern Spain, Galicia to the border with Portugal. Obviously, the weather was terrible, so we didn't do that. But now we're in the south, and we're again 30 kilometers, well, not even that, 25 kilometers from the border. And I figured, you know, we're that close. So we're going to head to a place called Tavira, which is a little city. Looks beautiful. And of course, it adds another tick to the list of countries that Koa has visited. I have visited Portugal before, I think only once, but I have visited. Porto I went to. So yeah. It's going to be a nice place. I hope to stop for the weekend. I think we might park up at an official campsite, just so that, you know, it's the weekend now, by the way. So, you know, let's have a relaxing weekend. Let's have access to all the facilities without needing to worry about doing anything in the doctor. And yeah, it's just good to be feeling good, because actually I've had a bit of a cold the last 2 or 3 days, so I haven't picked up the camera. Been a bit achy, a bit congested, sore throat, still a bit achy, but we're okay. So we've been lying low. Another English motorhome, not a camper van, a motorhome has just gone past me. So yeah, we are going to be in Portugal soon. So we'll catch you when we get there, once we're parked up. And let's hope that Tavira is as good as it looks in the pictures. I've done no research, simply Googled it. It looks pretty, that'll do. And it's not too far inside the border. So that's the plan. I'm going to concentrate on avoiding the potholes. It has actually smoothed out a little bit now, I'm pleased to say. And yeah, we'll see you in Portugal. Hey, welcome to Jerez de la Frontera, to give it its full name. It's been a crazy period, a crazy week. A lot of nothing going on. We got down to Sevilla. And for some reason I decided to go off on my planned route, lesson 1, stick to the plan. So we got to Sevilla, and then obviously we headed west towards Portugal, another country to put onto Koa's checklist. But you know, and I don't want to be regionalist, if that's even a word, so I've got a little ant crawling on me. But every single town or village I stopped at as we headed west from Sevilla just was not very inspiring, wasn't very exciting, didn't really feel like I was learning anything, if that makes sense. You know, the culture, the history, yeah, I mean, to the point that I don't really feel I did much filming. Hello, Mr. Coa's also getting a bit agitated. We've sat down for a while. I've just been doing some work in this lovely little seating area with the castle behind me, which we can't go in, unfortunately. It's closed. The reason I headed west, besides popping into Portugal, which we did do, to Vera, it was all right. Not all it was cracked up to be in my mind. But I really wanted to go to a town called El Rocio. We got there on the way heading west. It was pouring with rain. We tried to do it on the way back. It was pouring with rain. Didn't get any footage. It's a place that I really wanted to go to on this trip. Because if you Google it and look it up, and again I'll put a link in the description, it's like a Wild West town. I mean, it could be a film set. I don't know if it's been used in films. It quite possibly has. But how people live there, I don't know. I mean, it's just sand in the streets. You know, horse is the main mode of transport. And again, look at the pictures online. On a nice sunny day, it looks spectacular. But unfortunately, we didn't get a nice sunny day. But could you imagine living there? Living with sand 24/7. So when it's windy, it's going to blow in your house. When it's dry and dusty, you know, it's just going to be everywhere. When it's wet, you know, we tried to walk around and it was just clogging to our shoes. So I couldn't imagine living there and having to keep a house clean. And yeah, it's such a shame that we didn't get to experience it as I hoped. But yeah, there we go. So yeah, we went to a few town cities. They weren't great. Sorry if anyone feels that that part of Spain, so west from Sevilla, sorry, going towards Portugal is nice, but no, I didn't find it to be. But that's my opinion. So anyway, we're in Jerez. We're gonna have a little walk around, see what we can find. Obviously, it's a big city. A lot of people. It's a bank holiday as well. Not a bank holiday, some kind of celebration, festival. So it's very busy. We're probably not going to spend too long here, but then I think we're going to head to Arcos de la Frontera, which is a town village perched on top of a mountain, hill, cliff. I think it's about 40 kilometers away. It's getting a bit chilly sat here, so let's push on and see what the city of Jerez can offer us. Let's go. Do a circle of the square here because it's pretty built up. You've got this huge fountain in the middle and a Christmas market on the other side, so I'm afraid there's no circle of the square from Jerez. However, it is super busy. I don't know if you can see over my shoulder. All of the bars and cafeterias are rammed. Great atmosphere. But like I said, it is some kind of holiday festivities going on. So yeah, really cool atmosphere. Maybe time for a canya. Well, I don't think we've done this one before, have we? A fill light nighttime footage. We have made it to Arco della Frontera. And there's a lot of people around, so I'm having to keep my wits about me. I may have to put you down. Because when we got here, there was just car after car after car, and people. There is so many people, as you're about to see. Obviously, as I said when we was in Jerez earlier, it has been like a festival period. I haven't looked into what it is, unfortunately. But tonight here in Arco was the turning on of their Christmas lights. So how lucky was we? Although it was packed, and you're going to see it. And I got as far in as I could. Obviously I've got COA, so that wasn't super easy. So many kids as well, lots of children everywhere. And then all of a sudden it was just 1, 2, 3, boom, and they switched the lights on. There was no like 10, 9, 8, you know, no big countdown. So I didn't have time to switch the camera on. So the footage is once the lights were switched on. But wow, we just walked around the old town. Beautiful. The cathedral and the basilica. The architecture is, well, I've probably said this before, but some of the best I've seen. Absolutely amazing. And the little streets, the little cobble streets, the passages, the alleyways, it always reminded me of like, oh, who am I thinking of? That's it, just remembered. It reminded me of like some TV drama or movie, you know, like Sherlock Holmes, you know, old school detective, the old lanterns on the walls, on the streets. And yeah, I really hope that the footage comes out, because obviously it is nighttime. But the city, the town is pretty well lit up, excuse the locals. They're all very happy. Anyway, we're getting back into a few more people, so I'll put you down and check out this footage. And then tomorrow, it's time to get the drone out, because this place is stunning. Bye.